Welcome to Alternative Investments Chat,
where we demystify the world of alternative investments and financing for entrepreneurs and investors alike.
With these discussions, we hope you're more empowered to unlock opportunities in your business or portfolio. I'm Erin.
And I'm Erica. Let's get started. Welcome back to another episode of Alternative Investments Chat. Today, we're looking ahead, peering into 2026. It's so close, I can almost taste it. To ask, what are the important trends that should shape crypto's next chapter?
Yeah, that's right. We are talking about institutional adoption, stablecoins, regulation, new product structures, and yes, the idea that crypto might be moving from the speculative fringe into something more mainstream. This is kind of an expansion on our episode that we just recorded right before this.
Just a little crypto future peering.
Exactly.
Piercing into the future, right? So we'll draw from the latest research from outlets like Forbes, Medium, Nasdaq, and other financial experts to break it down.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's jump in.
Head first, right? Okay.
Take it away.
So let's start with the biggest trend of 2026, institutional adoption. So that's right. The same institutions that once called crypto internet Chuck E. Cheese tokens or Pet Rock, as you mentioned last time, are now lining up like it's the new cronut craze. Have you ever had a cronut?
I have. Would not wait in a line that long.
Oh, really? Well, good thing you don't have to wait in a line that long. So I got us some cronuts to try for us today because I've never had one.
Wait, did you actually?
Yeah, so our producer
you're a liar.
Cronuts, if you'll bring the napkins too, because I know.
You're a liar.
So I got us some cronuts. I cut them for us. This is the
best thing of my life.
I cut us little itty pieces on that one since I didn't figure we wanted to shove our whole face into a cronut. So hang on, let's cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers to cronuts.
Oh, it's a one bite.
I tried.
That's pretty good.
So, okay. I might wait in line for that.
You'd wait like 3 hours in line for that.
Oh, no, but
Right.
maybe 30 minutes.
I'm good too.
We're pretty good.
I'm pretty good.
I'm glad I got those. Just for any of those not listening and not watching on our YouTube channel, please go to our YouTube channel. Watch us shove cronuts into our face.
Yeah, this is food ASMR.
And they're really good. And they're from the Paris Baguette Bakery Cafe down the street from us. Yeah, I ordered these and I was like dying because I'm like, I'm seriously so excited.
Sweet.
And I've got another flavor.
Look.
I got the lemon one. I did the chocolate and the coffee one for us to taste on air.
Yum.
So there we go. There's our cronut. There's our
was
internet Chuck E. Cheese tokens. Bought those cronuts. I wish, right?
Yeah.
So these same institutions now have entered digital asset divisions, okay? The people that were waiting in line for cronuts. So why is this? Well, two things. Money finally met math. You know how we always say the math ain't mathin'?
Yeah.
Well, money finally met math.
Math is mathin'.
Math is way mathin'. So institutions realize blockchain isn't just memes and moon tuck. It's actually efficient programming infrastructure.
Yeah.
The second thing is something we've chatted about many times, FOMO. So client FOMO hits critical mass. Every high net worth client under the age of 50 started asking, can you tell me what's our crypto exposure?
Yeah. And
What's
even
our crypto plan?
people over 50 have started to ask the question.
Yeah, right?
So you're exactly right about that. And if you are an advisor, you should have a plan how to answer that question for your client when that inevitably comes around.
Yeah.
So here is what we are seeing. Pension funds dipping in carefully, like a little testing pool. We take a little feet in, one toe while holding the compliance officer's hands. People are still a little nervous, which is fine.
Am I doing this right?
Yes,
right.
But we still got our floaties on, our little life jackets. But, we're in the water, and that's a big step.
Yep.
Insurance firms are exploring blockchain for claims processing and yield generation because, let's be honest, spreadsheets from the 90s, no longer maybe cutting it. We have some
No.
new technology really that is available. So why not take advantage of the new technology?
Exactly.
Private equity and real estate funds are issuing tokenized shares. This makes previously illiquid investments, famously illiquid investments, tradable 24/7, or, like you like to say, Erica, that, you could do it in your pajamas at
My
home.
PJ trading. I like my
Exactly.
PJ trading.
Yep, it's a pastime for you.
Yep.
And major custodians are rolling out institutional grade cold storage. This is complete with biometric access, like the future, like like enough to save you from the zombie apocalypse outside.
Which I think is probably really going to happen. No, I'm just kidding. But.
You do an eye scan, they prick your finger, they take your blood, they do all that. They're like, "Are you clean?
Yeah.
Are you who you say you are? I'll take you in."
There you go.
But here is the real kicker: they're not just buying crypto anymore; they're actually building products around it.
Yeah. And here's just a few of the things we've got from them building those products on it. So Bitcoin and Ether ETFs that trade smoother than your favorite latte art. I always want to learn how to do that, by the way. If anyone wants to teach me a class, I'm totally down for it. So also we have right?
What if you were like, and I also brought...
And I brought cronuts.
And I also brought a barista to teach us how to do latte art.
That would be funny.
That would be awesome.
No, we don't have enough time. That episode would be really long. That's next time.
Bonus content.
There we go. Yes. Yeah. So on-chain treasury bills giving short-term yields without that pesky fax machine. Mm-hmm. Does anybody even know what a fax machine is anymore?
Not a lot.
No. And most of the time it's like a all-in-one, like our scanner, printer, faxer, machiner thing.
Machiney
thingy, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. So even tokenized private credit platforms where loan participation settles in minutes. Mm-hmm. We talked about that in a previous episode. Now, remember, we're just pretending this is all coming to light, but this is what I think is going to happen in 2026. Uh-huh. But please do not think for 1 minute that this is all rosy and this is going to be absolutely amazing. Mm-hmm. Institutions move like glaciers, slow, deliberate, and occasionally crushing anyone in their way, which, you know what, sometimes when you're in the zone, I run over a few people, not in my car, but walking, So compliance, custody, insurance, and legal options are all hurdles we've got to be aware of.
Exactly. Yep. And there's a reason that the regulations are not up to date is because these large institutions, when a bunch of people have a lot of say and have to debate about it, takes a long time for things to come about.
Absolutely correct.
But the biggest thing for us to take away here is that the tone has dramatically shifted, right? It used to be crypto, no, thank you. Yeah. Maybe let's schedule a meeting next week. Maybe let's, whatever. I'm going to avoid you. To crypto, I want to talk about that now. Yeah. This is important. This is a part of our current. This is not somewhere far into the future where people fly around in, little machines and jetpacks and stuff. Yeah. This is happening today. Yeah. So honestly, I think that that's really one of the biggest signs of progress. Because of finance, when the suits stop laughing and start actually investing, you know that the party's actually getting serious. People are starting to pay attention. Yeah. And I like to think of the timeline kind of going like this. 2024 is the year of curiosity. It feels like that's really when a lot of people started to kind of,
Yeah, we heard stories about people talking about crypto.
Yeah, and it being involved more and, some of these big players kind of taking more of a peek. 2025, year of due diligence. We're doing some research. How would this work? Yeah. What does this look like? And then 2026, we think that that's going to be full-blown participation. It's just the beginning of crypto entering our everyday lives.
Oh, and honestly, I'm here for it because I think it's gonna be cool.
Yeah,
kind of scary, but
interesting. If nothing else.
Yeah, interesting. There we go. I like that. So our second trend is those stable coins that I think is going to happen in 2026. So as we like to do, definitely want to kind of define what a stable coin is. We've kind of mentioned it in a few of our other episodes, but just in case you haven't listened to those ones and you chose the Cronut episode to listen to, let me explain what a stable coin is. I love it. I know. Stable coins are a type of cryptocurrency designed to maintain a stable value by pegging their worth to a reserve asset or being tied to a reserve asset, such as, and I love these words, fiat currencies. I love it. Or
Not to be
commodities.
confused with the car.
No, yes, that's why I think it's hilarious. Or commodities, making them less volatile than traditional cryptocurrencies. So there are several types of stable coins utilizing different mechanisms to maintain their value. So the first one is that fiat collateralized stable coin. These are backed reserves of a fiat currency, so such as the U.S. dollar. I'm going to start calling
fiats.
I'm going to start calling it the fiat. Do you have any fiats?
How many
much
fiats
fiat
do you
currencies
need
do you have?
to equal the coins?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm like, I need 15 fiat currencies to eat today. It's $15. For every stable coin issued, an equivalent account of a fiat currency is held in a reserve, again, ensuring that the stable coin can be redeemed at a stable value.
Yep.
The next type of stable coin is the crypto collateralized. There we go. Stable coin. Now, these stable coins are backed by other cryptocurrencies. They are over collateralized to account for the. I'm spitting on myself from my cronut. Sorry, guys. They're
I'm in the splash zone.
I know, watch out. They are over collateralized. It's all the collateralized to account for the volatility of the underlying assets using smart contracts to manage that collateral. Lastly, we have the algorithmic.
There we
What did I
go.
say?
I
Who knows?
don't know. We had
Blame it on the
we had
cronut.
a few extra consonants in there.
There we go. Yeah.
Algorithmic.
Algorithmic.
There we go.
Yeah. Oh, we know what we're talking about. Algorithm. I can say that. Now, add the other letters. We're struggling here. But these do not rely on collateral, but instead use algorithms to control the supply of the stablecoin based on demand. So this approach aims to maintain price stability through market mechanisms.
Yep. And that's
Lots of words there, but
yes.
hopefully our listeners followed along with that.
Yeah. And I think in 2026, we can see that, I'm seeing into the future, that stable coins are not just surviving, they're taking over, they're infiltrating. This is going mainstream, and we've got businesses that are paying international suppliers in stablecoin because it's faster, it's cheaper, and you don't have to wait 3 business days to complete your transaction and see the money move.
Right.
If you've ever had to wire money for any reason, just even on a very small personal level, even transferring funds from your Venmo account into your bank account takes a few days.
Yep.
This is kind of that same principle. So there is a lot of attraction to being able to settle these instantaneously.
Snap of a finger, right?
Banks and fintechs are integrating stablecoin rails directly into checking accounts. Yeah. Stablecoin coming for your checking account. You can now move US dollar stablecoins like you move Venmo cash, except it settles instantaneously. You don't have any pesky processing fees that come into play here. It's just fast, quick, efficient. That's the hope, at least, and the draw. Government and central banks are finally saying, okay, fine, I guess we'll get in on it too.
Government's always got to have their hand in there somewhere, right?
They're like, oh, wait for me. And boom, here comes the CBDCs.
Oh, trust me.
There we go. Central bank digital currencies. Somehow saying the long version is easier than saying the acronym with that one.
CBDCs?
CBDCs. Yeah. But here's where it starts to get really fun. Stablecoins are now powering an entire new wave of financial products.
Yes.
Do you want to lend against your house on chain? Collateralized on stablecoins.
Done.
Want to invest in tokenized real estate? The cash flows settle in stablecoins. Want to hedge your DeFi exposure? Yeah, stablecoins again. They're there. They have quietly been the plumbing of modern finance and are certainly becoming even more integrated as we are moving into the year of 2026. The invisible infrastructure making tokenization, digital securities, and global transfers actually work. That is stablecoin coming from stablecoin.
I love that. And since they are working, I think this is the perfect time to talk about regulation. So as we always do. Everyone's favorite topic. Said nobody ever, ever. So for years, crypto regulation was like dating in your 20s. Confusing, inconsistent, full of massively mixed signals. we've all been there. You talk to a guy for like 3 days and you don't hear from him for 5, and then
You get ghosted.
I don't know.
He's texting you up.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, no, thank
Do you want to get to know me or what?
Crypto does.
Crypto does.
So one agency claiming it's, a commodity.
Mm-hmm.
You've got another one saying it's a security.
Yeah.
And then you got the other guy in the background going, it's a currency.
Right.
Both of y'all are wrong.
Like, what even is this?
Yeah. So finally all the adults got in a room, and here's what we've got out of this. Okay. So clear classification rules. Bitcoin and Ether are officially treated as commodities.
Okay. Write this down. Write this
commodities. Stablecoin frameworks that make banks and fintechs actually comfortable using them.
Yep.
We've got licensing regimes for digital asset providers and global coordination that actually might make you think that the governments talk to each other.
Yeah.
Hopefully with these regulations. Again, we talked about it in last episode about the world not communicating with each other and going where the rules are less.
Yep. But we know that even though regulations aren't 100% up to date and are definitely behind, we do know that they are at least, there's at least more than there has been.
Yes.
Let's say that.
Exactly.
Even the SEC and the CFTC, the Commodities Future Trading Commission, old school rivals,
I know it.
they have actually reached a détente. Turf wars kind of cooling down. They realize that maybe we both can win, as long as nobody says the word DeFi too loudly.
Yeah.
And, we can calm this fight down, avoid triggering words.
Yeah.
And speaking of DeFi or decentralized finance, yes, it's still a regulatory headache, but there's a shift from the staunch shut it down to maybe we can figure this out. I think that people are realizing that, again, you're either going to get on board or get left behind. And,
You're right.
and so, we've got to figure it out to some degree.
Mm-hmm.
They're even creating safe harbor provisions, sandboxes, and even pilot programs that let developers test innovations without having to lawyer up before the launch. So again, these are all kind of in their baby infancy stage, but we're seeing an effort.
Yeah. Well, here's wherein the irony lays about those regulations. Institutional investors are thrilled about them.
Mm-hmm.
They love rules, much like myself. I am a rule follower. I like rules. They thrive on the fine print. So do I. I like to read everything. You know what? They sleep better knowing that there's a paragraph somewhere labeled compliance framework, subsection 7C.
Yeah.
I do too. I read the amendments. I like when things are really laid out and organized. So for them, regulation doesn't kill innovation. It simply validates it. Again, if you're going to write it down and have subsections, there was some thought put into this, most likely, is the way I look at it. And I'm sure that some other investors do as well. So when the government says, okay, we'll make framework, institutions, what they hear is, okay, now you can proceed with investing millions and billions of dollars.
Right.
Okay. It's like that parental improvement moment of finance. You can now go to your friend's house and go to the movies, and you can stay out until midnight.
Yeah. Yeah. They like when it feels less Wild West. Wild West is scary.
Yes, it is.
I don't like
Nobody
Wild
wants
West.
to live on the Wild West.
Yeah, nobody does. And
Especially because I don't like big buckles and boots. So I don't look good in cowboy boots.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, definitely comes with its own fashion choices for sure. Big warning, big asterisks, flashing lights.
Yes.
Just because all of these things are in the works doesn't mean that everything is completely set and ready and safe and great and perfect and woo-woo, everything.
Set and ready to jet, as my mom says. Are you set and ready to jet?
I like that. Yeah, we are not set and ready to jet. But there is, knowing that there's still going to be continued debate over taxation, cross-border data, and privacy going to continue.
Yep.
Because we have a lot of kinks to work out.
Yes, we do.
But the fact that we're actually having conversations about this and kind of getting somewhere with those conversations instead of just like a Twitter fight.
Yeah. Which I'm pretty sure has happened.
Yeah, absolutely. That's progress. We're seeing some global alignment that is happening. Again, not perfect, but more than there has been.
Yeah.
Like the EU's MiCA framework, Asia's sandbox regimes, the U.S. Digital Asset Clarity Act, the Genius Act that we just talked about in the last episode, and Latin America's stable coin interoperability standards.
I gave you the hard word this
You
time.
did. You did. Deep breath after that one. Real phrase.
Yeah.
That's a real thing.
It's a real thing.
Crypto has gone less like away from the unregulated chaos, crypto, to moderately supervised chaos. We're in like a toddler room, and there's like 25 toddlers. We've gone from having one supervisor there in charge of 25 toddlers to like three.
Yeah, I was gonna say 3 is a good number.
It's still nuts. Still not enough.
Someone's still in the corner eating glue.
Yeah.
Someone broke all the crayons.
Yeah.
There's a kid in the corner napping, but it's at least
better.
controlled. Yes.
It's better
Not running
than
amok.
one.
Exactly.
With one, you might as well give up.
Just walk out
Just
the
sit
room.
in the corner.
Let them live their life. Do you? Do you?
Exactly.
All right. So now it's time to talk about the fun part. New product structures. Again,
The actually fun part.
the fun part. Again, these are all future, but this is what we kind of see. Maybe fingers crossed, hoping is going to happen. I like to think of it like Shark Tank meets Star Trek.
All right.
Okay, so let's start
Is
with
this Star Trek?
I can't do it though.
Is it this or this?
I think it's out. It's out.
It's out? There we go. Good job. Look at a rubber band.
So let's start with tokenization. So remember when everything was an app?
Yeah,
There's an app for everything.
There's an app for that.
So exactly. So now we've got everything as a token.
Mm-hmm.
So stocks, bonds, loans, real estate, art, music royalties, all the topics we've actually covered in previous episodes. So go back and listen to those. Tune in. Basically, if it can be priced, it can be tokenized. Okay. It's like Oprah in 2010. You get a car, you get a car. And so she's like, you get a token, you get a token, you get a
Yeah, exactly.
Everybody gets tokens.
Yeah.
Right?
We're excited.
That's how everything is happening right now. So those tokens actually represent fractional ownership in assets that used to be locked away from everyday investors. Just think you can invest in a Manhattan skyscraper if you wanted, or even a private credit fund without having to wire millions of dollars now. Okay.
Don't have to be a Rockefeller.
No, but I mean, I would maybe want to be one for one day. To see what
Sure.
it's like. Anyway, it's fractionalized and settle on chain in seconds these days. Okay. So what used to be e-liquid and only for the elite is now clickable and tradable in your pajamas.
Yep.
Just like I like. Liquidity is no longer a luxury. It's actually a feature.
Yeah. And, I really like that we're saying on chain because it's like off the chain, but it's like it's on the chain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't
I
want to
like
be
that.
off chain now.
You don't want to be off the
It used to
chain.
be awesome to be off the chain. Now it's cool to be
On the chain.
Yeah.
We want to be on the chain. And who doesn't like a product with a list of a bunch of super cool new features? Next up,
Sign me up.
sign me up, right? Next up, we have DeFi meets TradFi crossover, TradFi traditional finance.
Yeah.
You've got banks offering on-chain, repo markets, yield-bearing stablecoins, and even DeFi-wrapped ETFs. This part is wild, so stay tuned.
Yeah.
They literally have tokenized ETFs to let investors trade them 24/7, complete with yield mechanisms powered by smart contracts. Woo-hoo. Slogan might as well be, Wall Street hours are for boomers. It's time to stay up all night.
No more banking hours, 9 to 5.
Yeah.
No. I want to buy a little token in the middle of the night, 2 a.m. Instead of going to the refrigerator and you need a snack. I'm going to go tokenize. I'm going to go buy some tokens.
This party is on the chain.
On the chain. That's our new slogan, on the chain. I
I'm
love
really
it.
cool, you can tell. But the innovation doesn't stop there, actually. We're seeing programmable structured notes that auto rebalance on market conditions. Pretty cool.
I think that's
it's like
awesome.
a pool auto refiller.
Yeah.
Tokenized CLOs, collateralized loan obligations that settle faster than you can say in 2008 PTSD.
Oh.
Yeah, rough.
Shivers.
But this is like the Lego bricks for finance.
Yeah.
You can snap together products very easily, customize it how you want. And this used to take entire departments, compliance reviews, and 3 weeks of signatures, and everybody saying, yay, go ahead. And now you can do it kind of with the snap of your finger. It's
I
pretty
love
cool.
that. And we can't forget the creative chaos this has unleashed. So we're actually seeing carbon-linked tokens that reward sustainability investing, AI-driven DAOs that allocate portfolios automatically now. Insurance pods that trigger payouts based on satellite data and weather oracles. Again, back to the market conditions, which sometimes is affected by weather. We talked about that in our REITs podcast.
Yeah, disasters.
Disasters. Yep. And then there's my personal favorite, mimetric. I had to look up how to, because I wanted to call it meme trick, but it's mimetric. I'm saying it like the computer says it. Mimetric. Structured products.
Yeah, that was good.
I think I still laugh at myself because I still call it meme trick. It's not. Seriously, though, that is a fun, literally built to track trending memes on social media. You can get a lot of information. I went down the Reddit rabbit hole on this topic, and
lots to learn there.
Just blank stare.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot.
It's just crazy what your memes say about you, right? So we've officially entered a world where compliance and comedy, those memes, coexist.
Yeah.
And as always, we do need to be real with our listeners, like we always are with you guys. Not every innovation is going to work out. Doesn't always work that way.
Yeah.
We would love to think it does, but it doesn't. So some of these new structures are, well, let's just say conceptually interesting.
Sure, yeah.
Kind of like if you want to fill a jetpack with firecrackers and light them all. That's conceptually interesting, if you ask me.
Sure.
The theory is there.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's gonna
work out,
get you up or blow you out.
Yeah,
I'm not really
exactly.
sure. So, but here's the beauty of 2026: experimentation is happening at every level.
Yeah.
So traditional finance bridges the discipline, and crypto brings the chaos. And then together, they're building the future of the capital market.
Yep, exactly. And experimentation brings innovation. So with that is our little tour of 2026, really just like a peering into the future of 2026 was what we anticipate to see continue to unfold.
Yeah.
This is the year that we think institutions are finally going to stop pretending that they don't understand it. They're going to stop ignoring our call about crypto. Stablecoins will become potentially everyone's emotional support asset. It's possible. Yes. And even maybe that becomes the asset that brings you comfort, like gold.
Yep.
We don't know.
Yep.
We'll have to see how that turns out. And regulators have finally learned how to pronounce Ethereum. And have started to really talk about it, which is great. It's wild, it's wonderful, and for once, it's actually kind of starting to work. Crypto isn't the rebellious teenager that is begging for attention. But it hasn't lost its spark either. It's still like a shiny new toy that's bringing that creativity about. The innovation, the experimentation, and the belief that money and technology can come together to make the world faster, fairer, and maybe even a little bit weirder in a cool way is still there. It's alive and it's thriving.
Yeah. And we're seeing actually a global reset in how people think about money and ownership. It's not crypto versus the world anymore. It's crypto with the world.
Yeah.
It's messy, but it's progress. Again, it starts with an idea, like we've mentioned. And if history's taught us nothing or anything or all in between, it's that progress almost always looks messy before it looks brilliant.
That's very true. Thank you so much to our listeners for tuning in. If you liked this episode, subscribe, like it, share it. Share it with a friend.
Yeah, share it with a friend who
doesn't
believe in Bitcoin yet.
Exactly.
Or cryptocurrency.
Leave a review, leave a comment. We would love to respond to any comments or questions that you have. And
it might not be the right answer, but we can at least try to, we can learn from our listeners as well. So ask away, right?
Yeah, exactly. And we hope maybe we shed a little bit of light. And maybe if you were a skeptic of cryptocurrency and thought maybe it's just the next pyramid scheme, maybe this opened your eyes to see that it's not quite that any longer. But until next time, we'll see you on the next episode. Bye.
Thanks for joining us. Stay tuned for more insight on our next episode.
And don't forget to subscribe to continue the Alternative Investments chat. See you next time.
Content provided in this podcast is for informational purposes only and should not be construed as professional, financial, or investment advice. This podcast should not be construed as an offer to sell or a solicitation of any offer to buy any securities. We strongly recommend that you seek advice from a qualified professional before making any financial decisions.